Stands at the line, looks it up. Shot is up and also no good. So 2 misses right off the bat for the Fort Morgan Mustangs from the free throw line. Weld Central Blackston, they're going to call Blackston for a carry. So that's the first turnover of the game. First one on Weld Central. Tate Kimball gets the ball up across half court, gets it out to brother Eric. Eric out at the right wing, now to Tony Swetzik at the free throw line. Swetzik kicks it back out to Tate. Now to Joey Schneider to Eric Kimball. Kimball on the right wing, he drives it in. His shot is up and blocked, but taken back by the Mustangs. Eric Kimball to Joey Schneider to Swetzik. Now out to Anderson, out high over to Eric Kimball, left wing, now to Joey Schneider in the lane. Little hook shot is up and good. Nice little hook shot there for Joey Schneider. That puts the Mustangs up 2-0. The first Fort Morgan score of the game is brought to you by Morgan Federal Bank. Another turnover by Weld Central. A bank that is committed to their community and keeping banking simple. When you need banking advice, stop by and see one of their loan officers Monday through Friday, 321 Ensign. Morgan Federal Bank, there is a difference. So turnover on the Mustangs. Weld Central to bring the ball up. Fort Morgan with the early lead, 2-0 with 6:13 to go in the first quarter. Weld Central keeps passing around the. Now they're going to call it travel. Another turnover on Weld Central. I have them down for 3 turnovers so far. So Fort Morgan needs to take advantage of these extra possessions that Weld Central has given them. Keep working the ball around. T.J. Bauer in for the Mustangs. Came in for Eric Kimball. Now TJ out on the over to Wes Anderson now underneath. Nice shot up and good by Joey Schneider. He just left of the basket. So 4-0 for the Mustangs here early in the game. Blackston gets it across half court now to Bull. Bull is going to be taken away by TJ Bauer. He gets it over to Kimball on the left side. Another one into Anderson. Anderson's shot is up and no good, but rebounded to Joey Schneider. Ball is taken away. Turnover by the Mustangs. Weld Central. Blackston with a 3, and that shot is off the rim and off the backboard. No good. Rebounded to the Mustangs. Ball is tipped out of bounds by Blackston. So Fort Morgan will retain possession of the ball. Eric Kimball comes back in. Tate Kimball takes a seat. Going to have a little talk with the coach as he comes out. So Joey Schneider inbounds in front of the Weld Central bench. Gets it into Swetzik. Swetzik for a deep 3. That is good. Oh, my goodness. He was about 6 feet behind the three-point line. And Tony buried it. 7-0. Fort Morgan with 4:45 to go in the first period. Blackston into the lane. Now they get into Maniscalco. And he gets the first 2 points of the game for the Weld Central Rebels. Now to Schneider to Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball to Bauer. Bauer gets it out to Swetzik. Eric Kimball from the left side. That 3 is up and good. I believe it was a 3. Let's see what they give him. No, just a 2. So a 2 for Eric Kimball. Now we have the first foul for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. That's going to go against Eric Kimball. So the Rebels to inbounds to the right of their basket. Look to get it in. Look. They get it into Blackston. A little shot up and good for Blackston. So 9-4 in favor of the Mustangs. Tony Swetzik gets the ball across half court now to Eric Kimball. Kimball to Anderson. Anderson's little left-handed hook is good for Anderson. His first 2 points of the game. So with We have a foul. Let's see, we have a foul called on Fort Morgan. We have a foul on Wes Anderson, his first. Fort Morgan up 11-4. Joey Schneider and Tony Swetzik come out. Henry Weimer, into the game. They're going to call an offensive foul on Weld Central on number 1 on Arnish. So we're going to have a timeout here taken by Weld Central. Just a 30-second timeout here, but we'll give you some sponsors here that make these broadcasts possible. State Farm Insurance. Let the State Farm Insurance office of Greg Mullen and Brush help you find the best policy to fit your life. Home, auto, life, health. State Farm Insurance is here for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call today, 842-5555. Premier Farm Credit is still the lender of choice for America's farmers and ranchers. They understand and are passionate about agriculture and are dedicated to serving America in good times and bad. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending. The Mustangs with an early 11-4 lead here. 3:45 to go in the first period. And they're checking to see, checking scores or what they're checking here. Some at the scorers table, they're trying to get straightened out here. Score is 11-4. I believe that is correct. Two team fouls on each team, which is correct on the board. Fort Morgan to get the ball in. Eric Kimball, Tate Kimball, T.J. Bauer, Henry Weimer, and Wes Anderson into the game for the Mustangs. Tate Kimball on the right wing. Bauer, Eric Kimball from the left side. Kimball has the ball taken away. I think they're going to call a foul on Eric Kimball. That's two quick ones on Eric. He'll probably have to. Joey Schneider will be coming back in. So 3 team fouls on the Mustangs. So Joey Schneider will be going in, I would guess, for Eric Kimball. Weld Central get the ball across half court. That is Alan Lang with the ball. Now to Manicalco. To Blackston for a 2-pointer, and that is up and good for Blackston. 4 points on the night for Blackston. 11-6 now in favor of the Mustangs. Joey Schneider, right baseline, drives it to the basket. The ball is taken away. Another turnover by the Mustangs. Shot is up and blocked. They're going to call a foul. Going to go to the free throw line. Let's see if that's on Joey. Will be on Joey Schneider. That is his first. So we have Keaton Pippin going to the line to shoot 2. His first shot is up and good. 20 spots again. Wes Anderson to take a seat. So 14 fouls on the Mustangs, 2 for Weld Central. Second shot for Pippin is up and off the back of the rim, but no good. Rebounded to Joey Schneider. So Tate Kimball to Swetzik. Swetzik to Tate Kimball. Back to Swetzik to Bauer. Bauer out at the three-point line. He drives it down the left side to Henry Weimer. Henry Weimer to Swetzik. Swetzik's shot is up and no good. Rebounded over to Joey Schneider. So Fort Morgan, Swetzik off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Joey Schneider. And a foul is going to be on number 15, Pippin. That will be 3 team fouls on them. Galligan comes in for Pippin. So Fort Morgan 2 inbounds from the right of their basket into Weimer to Kimball, Tate Kimball to Bauer. Now back to Tony Swetzik. Swetzik drives it. Now Tate Kimball with the ball. tight man-to-man defense here by the Weld Central Rebels. So Bauer with a little shot from the left side is up and no good. Rebounded to Weld Central by Galligan. Galligan is a 6'6 junior. 2:05 to go in the first period. Back to Blackston, left wing. Nice defense there by. They're going to. We have a foul on Blackston. That will be 2 on Blackston. Fort Morgan to bring the ball inbounds from in front of the Mustang bench. 11-7, 1:59 to go in the first period. Tate Kimball with the ball. Joey Schneider to set a screen, gets the ball. Now back to Swetzik. Swetzik being guarded by Lang. Now over to Tate Kimball out high. Kimball now gets it back to Swetzik. They're going to have to make some screens here for Swetzik to get him open. Bauer now with the ball over to Weimer. Out at the three-point line. Now back to Swetzik. Swetzik drives the lane, and Fort Morgan is going to end up throwing the ball away. So another turnover by the Mustangs. So a minute 27 to go here in the first period. Fort Morgan up 11-7. 4 team fouls apiece for each team. Now Austin Bull to bring the ball up across half court. Being guarded by Tate Kimball. Gets off to Lang. Trying to get it into Maniscalco. Drive into the lane. Going to be taken away by the... temporarily, but no turnover. Weld Central will retain possession of the ball. A minute 9 to go. Henry Weimer comes out. Polawalio into the game for the Mustangs. So Weld Central with the ball. He get it into Galligan. Galligan's little left-handed hook shot is up and good. First 2 for Galligan. So 11-9. Weld Central has just about taken this lead away. Nice little layup there by Tate Kimball from the right side. Going around the taller Galligan and put that up and in for a 13-9 lead. Weld Central now with the ball. Get it out to Bull on the right wing. He dribbles it up top, keeps the dribble alive, now picks it up. Left corner to Lang. Now underneath to Maniscalco. But not Maniscalco, I believe that was Galligan. And that is going to be, the shot is going to be good for Galligan plus the foul. And that foul goes on Schneider. That is his second. So free throw is up and no good for Galligan. So Fort Morgan with a 2-point lead, 13-11. Wes Anderson, a little jumper from the left side, no good. Rebounded by Polawalio. Ball taken away from him. Now the shot is up and no good. But there's going to be a foul on Tate Kimball. That will be his first. 16 fouls on the Fort Morgan Mustangs, so that will put Bull to the line to shoot 2. His first shot is up and good for Bull. MMI International. Before your next mix or feeder truck purchase, compare the MMI design, craftsmanship, and service. They continually outperform our competitors hands down. Call them at 842-5161. So Bull can tie it up here with another free throw, and he does. So 13 apiece with 11 seconds to go. Tate Kimball all the way to the lane, up and good. So another 2 for Tate Kimball. Long shot is no good, so the Mustangs lead at the end of the first period. Fort Morgan 15, Weld Central 13 on B106 and B106.com. Back at Weld Central High School, where the Fort Morgan Mustangs lead 15-13 over the Weld Central Rebels. Fort Morgan with control of the ball. Tate Kimball from the right side gets it out to Swetzik. Swetzik back to Kimball, right corner. Wes Anderson gets it stripped away, but Underneath back to Anderson. His shot is up and no good. Rebounded to Weld Central. Lang brings it up across half court. Gets it out to Bull. Bull now over to Lang. Lang back to Arnish. Arnish right side, and that is up and good by Galligan. So 15-15 with 7:05 to go in the second period. TJ Bauer drives to the lane, but there's going to be a foul called on the Rebels. And that foul is going to go against number 20 on Troop. Not a shooting foul, so Fort Morgan will inbounds the ball left of their basket. Swetzik looks, gets it into Anderson. Anderson's little hook shot is up and rims out. Rebounded to Weld Central. 6:52 to go, and now there's going to be a three taken by Weld Central, up and no good. Now Tate Kimball gets the ball down court to Swetzik. Swetzik to Kimball to Wallio. Wallio back to Anderson. Anderson to Bauer. We'll see if that is up for a three. Yes, good shot there by TJ Bauer. His first points of the night come as a three. 18-15 in favor of the Fort Morgan Mustangs. So now Weld Central with it in their end of the court. Going to be a two taken by Weld Central. No good, but Fort Morgan will take possession of the ball. We have Henry Weimer coming into the game. Colawalio takes a seat. So we have Wes Anderson, Henry Weimer, TJ Bauer, Tony Swetzik, and Tate Kimball for the Mustangs. This floor, they are having a terrible time. I don't know, there's really slick out there for some reason. So now Tate Kimball, right corner, Henry Weimer to TJ Bauer from the left side. Tries to get it inside, but there's going to be a foul called. I believe that's on number 20. And that is going to be Troop. That is his second. So 16 fouls apiece for these two teams tonight. So now we have a substitute for Weld Central, and that will be Austin Zimbelman, and he will replace Ben Troop in the lineup. So Swetzik, the inbounds left of the basket, gets it into Anderson, now to Tate Kimball. Kimball to Bauer. Bauer underneath the Weimer to Anderson. Anderson's going to try a three, up and no good. Rebounded by the Mustangs. Now Swetzik for a deep three, up and no good. Rebounded by Manikowsko of Weld Central. Now Pippin picks up the dribble, being guarded by Swetzik, and that's going to be taken away, I believe, by, nope. See if they end up, Weld Central ends up knocking the ball out of bounds. I don't know how they don't call a foul on that when somebody gets undercut on the legs, but Fort Morgan with possession. 5:19 to go, 18-15 in favor of the Mustangs. TJ Bauer has the ball taken away. Shot, nope, no shot. Manikowsko, shot is up and no good. Rebounded to Weld Central, and they call a foul on the shot. They're going to call that on Henry Weimer, his first. So Zimbelman will go to the line to shoot two. First shot is up and no good by Zimbelman. .504 to go here in the first half, 18-15. Second shot is also no good. Rebounded, though, yes, by Tate Kimball. Tate Kimball gets down the lane. His little shot is going to be up and no good, but they're going to call a foul. So Tate will go to the line to shoot two. And the foul is on Austin Bull, his first. So Tate Kimball to the line for two. Mustangs leading 18-15. First shot is up and good by Tate. Tate has 5 points on the night so far for the Mustangs. Tate's second shot bounces in off the front of the rim. So a 5-point lead here for the Mustangs, 20-15 with 4:54 to go. First half. Pippin being guarded by Swetzig. Now over to Maniscalco. Underneath, but knocked away by Henry Weimer. Nice defense there by Weimer. So Maniscalco is a junior, 6'5" junior. So he'll be back for the Rebels next year, as will Dylan Galligan, a 6'6" junior. So Maniscalco shot up and no good, but rebounded to number 21, Austin Zimbelman, but they're going to call a foul on Wes Anderson, so that will be 2 on Anderson. So Zimbelman will go to the line to shoot 2 more. He was 0 for 2 the first trip there. So we'll see what he... And that one is also no good. Bladen Pollitt in for the Mustangs. Wes Anderson to take a seat since he has 2 fouls. Eric Kimball, Wes Anderson, Joey Schneider all with 2. Austin Zimbelman does make this last free throw, 20-16. Tate Kimball with the ball up court. And Fort Morgan is going to call a timeout. We'll see if this is a full timeout or just going to be a 30-second timeout. This Fort Morgan timeout is brought to you by Early Toyota East. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Early Toyota East at 1209 Main Street in Fort Morgan will professionally fit you into the car or truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Early Toyota East. So the Mustangs holding on here with a 4-point lead here with about 4 minutes or so left in the first half. For the Mustangs on the year, Tony Swetzig, his points per game are at 12.2. Eric Kimball leads with 13.2. Wes Anderson at 8.3 and Tate Kimball at 4.2. Joey Schneider 5.2 on the year. Now Fort Morgan to inbounds in front of their bench.
That was 30, correct?
Have a little discussion here with the people at the scorers table, but I guess they've got that. I think they put it on as a minute instead of a 30-second timeout. So 4:31 to go here in the first half. And they're still trying to get the time, the clock set. It's I think it was supposed to be 4:30, then went to 4:31. So they're working on, no, it's 4, I guess it was supposed to be 4:32. So we will get this taken care of. The ball into Tate Kimball. Kimball gets the ball across half court. Kimball down the lane. Gets to Pollitt. Pollitt to Swetzig. Right wing, now centered over to Bauer at the right side. The ball is taken away by Weld Central. That would be Bull. Bull shot is up and no good. Rebounded to Maniscalco. Shot under, a pass underneath, but off the hands of Zimbelman. So turnover by Weld Central. So Bladen Pollitt and Tate Kimball in. Set to bring the ball in. Tate gets it, 4:03 to go. 20-16, Fort Morgan. Getting the screen set. TJ Bauer from the right corner for a 3. Up and no good. Rebounded to Pollitt. His shot is up and no good. Off of Bladen Pollitt, out of bounds. Back to Weld Central. So Lang with the ball, but gets it up across half court, being guarded by Bauer. Now to Bull, now to Galligan. That ball is going to be taken away by the Mustangs. Another turnover for Weld Central. Bladen Pollitt going to go up for a shot, and it's going to be blocked. Weld Central now down the court. A little two-pointer from the lane is no good. Rebounded by T.J. Bauer. Kind of a helter-skelter game going on here. Tony Swetzik gets the ball across half court. Now to Bauer. Trying to get the some screen set here. This floor is slick out here. I don't know what they've done to it, but Fort Morgan is really slipping on this end. Swetzik looking to get free. Now to Bauer. 2:58 to go in the second period. So Bauer looks to get it back out to Kimball. Kimball to Pollitt. Now to Swetzik. Swetzik for a two-pointer. Up and no good. They have a foul call on the Mustangs. On Henry Weimer. So that's 2 on Weimer. So that is 19 fouls. So they will, Galligan will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. So we have Brian Almanza coming into the game. T.J. Bauer to set. For the first shot for Galligan here, with Mustangs leading 20-16. First shot is up and good by Galligan. 7 points on the night for Galligan. I believe he is their leading scorer, if I'm not mistaken. So 20-17, 2:43 to go. Shot up and no good. Rebounded by the Mustangs. Swetzik to Wallio. Wallio now out to take Kimball. Brian Almanza, 3-point line. Gets it back to Kimball. Kimball to Almanza. Out around the 3-point line. Morgan working around. Wallio. Wallio's shot is blocked. Taken by Wallio. Now they're going to call a foul on Almanza. So that is 10 team fouls on the Fort Morgan Mustangs. So they will go to the line to shoot 2. Will Weld Central, and that will be Bull going to the line for 2. Equitable Savings and Loan, Northeast Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan. With locations in Fort Morgan and Brush, they have the financial solutions for you. First shot was good. So now Galligan comes out. Ben Troop back into the game. Almanza comes out. He hit his head on the floor. Looks like coaches are looking at him here for a minute. Second shot is no good. Rebounded up to Tate Kimball. So 20-18 with 2:07 to go here in the second period. Henry Weimer goes down the lane, but his shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Weld Central. Into Maniscalco, and his little shot is going to be up and finally goes in. So we're all tied up here at 20. With 1:44 to go here in the second period. Tony Swetzik, we have Nate Gertner into the lineup. Now Tola to Eric Kimball. That should be a foul, and it is. A reach foul, and that is on number 12, Lang. So now Tony will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. So Morgan can continue where they left off. They were 13 of 14 in the second half in their last game. The Tony Swetzik, first shot is up and good for Tony. So he earns another free throw. 21-20 now for the Mustangs. Second shot is up and also good by Tony. So 5 points on the night for Swetzik. So Bull to get the ball off half court, being guarded by Kimball. Now Lang to Bull, and his shot was no good. Rebounded by Weld Central. Second shot no good. And then out of bounds off of Fort Morgan. So Fort Morgan leading 22-20 with a minute 12 to go. Ray O'Connor will come into the game for Tola Wallio. So first action tonight for O'Connor. So the only starter, we have two starters out there for the Mustangs, Tate and Tony Swetzig. They do get it to Lang. Lang to Arnush. Arnush over to Truth. Truth tries to get it in, but it's going to be taken away by the Mustangs. So we have under a minute to go. We're at 51 seconds and counting. Now Weimer being guarded by Maniscalco. Nate Gertner to Tate Kimball. Tate Kimball with a little leaner up and no good, but he gets his own rebound. That shot is up and good on the rebound for Tate Kimball. We're down to 25 seconds to go here in the first half. Fort Morgan up 24-20. We're looking to get it into Maniscalco. He's out on the left wing. It looks like they're going to set up here for the final shot. We have down to 12 seconds. That was Bull with the ball. Now to Lang. Lang is going to have a three-pointer by Bull at the end of the first half. So that brings the first half to a close here at Weld Central with the Fort Morgan Mustangs leading 24-23 on B106 and B106.com. Back at Weld Central High School, this is Brian Nickel alongside Claudia Nickel, where the Fort Morgan Mustang boys are leading 24-23 over the Weld Central Rebels. Into this game, we'll have a short break, and then the girls, Lady Mustangs, will be taking on the Lady Rebels from Weld Central. The lineup for the Fort Morgan Mustangs will be Wes Anderson, Joy Schneider, Tate Kimball, Eric Kimball, and Tony Swetzig. And for the Weld Central Rebels, looks like it will be their starting lineup also as before. So Weld Central to inbounds half court far side. They do get it in crossed half court. Chris Quinn now to Blackston. Blackston to Bull, back to Blackston. Blackston on the left wing, drives the left baseline. His pass is into Galligan. His shot is up and no good. Rebounded to the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Tate Kimball now into Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson with a little left hook and no good. Weld Central now with the ball in their end of the court to Quinn. Blackston setting a screen for Quinn, being guarded by Tony Swetzig. The ball is going to go back court for the Weld Central Rebels, so that will be a turnover here. The first turnover for the Weld Central Rebels here in the third period. Tony Swetzig for a three, up and no good. Rebounded to Blackston for the Weld Central Rebels. Taken by Quinn down court, but he is going to lose the ball out of bounds. So second turnover by Weld Central here in the early going here in the second half. Now Brett Arnush in for Weld Central, and Chris Quinn comes out. So Tony Swetzig, gets beat up there a little bit. He gets it off to Schneider, now over to Tate Kimball. Kimball drives it from the right side. They're going to call a foul on the drive. And that foul, I believe, is on number 5, Bull. So that will be his second. Wes Anderson, little left-handed hook is up and no good. Rebounded to Galligan. 24-23, favor of the Mustangs. Shot is up and good by Blackston. So now the Fort Morgan Mustangs find themselves down 25-23. 6:25 to go here in the third period. Wes Anderson out to Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball for a shot, and that's off the rim and no good. Rebounded to Arnish. Arnish underneath to Galligan. His shot is up and no good. Rebounded by, we're going to have a turnover by Swetsy. Tried to control the ball on the far side, ended up stepping out of bounds. So now the Weld Central, they get it in. Oh, nice steal there by Joey Schneider. They were trying to get it into Galligan, and he takes it away. Nice little shot here by Wes Anderson. Nice fast break there for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Now Blackston ends up throwing the ball away. So another turnover by Weld Central. And now Fort Morgan turns it back over to them. So Maniscalco to check in for Weld Central, and Galligan take a seat. Blackston gets it into Bull. Back to Blackston. Blackston keeps the dribble alive, tries to go down the right side, cut off by Eric Kimball. Shot is going to be up and no good, but they're going to call a foul. It looked like he just lost it on his own. But they're going to call a foul on Wes Anderson. So that's 3 on Anderson. Blackston will go to the line to shoot 2. 5:28 to go in the second period, or third period, excuse me. First shot is no good by Blackston. T.J. Bauer in, Wes Anderson to set. So Brandon Blackston, next shot is no good, but rebounded by Maniscalco. Now another shot, they're going to call another foul on the Mustangs. And that's going to go on Eric Kimball. That'll be 3 on Kimball, 3 on Anderson. So Maniscalco will go to the line to shoot 2. His first shot is up and good. No arch on that shot whatsoever. It just goes up and falls over the rim. Next shot is going to be also good. So 6 points on the night for Maniscalco. Bauer with it to Snyder. Snyder to Swetsik. Swetsik back to Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball for a 3, up and no good. Knocked out of bounds by Eric Kimball. So ball back to the Weld Central Rebels. (27-26) in favor of Weld Central with 5:05 to go in the third period. Weld Central with the ball stolen away, then taken back again. Oh, it looked like a clean block, and they called a foul on Joey Snyder. I'm not sure where they came up with that one at. That's 3 on Schneider, 3 on Anderson, 3 on Kimball. And that will send Pippin to the line to shoot 2. Looked like a nice clean block. I don't know, they must have said he got him with the body, but it looked clean from where we are. And that one rolls in for Pippin. So Henry Weimer comes in. Tony Swetsik comes out. So Fort Morgan down 2, 28-26 with 4:59 to go. Next shot is also no good. Rebounded to Eric Kimball. So Pippin with 2 points on the night. They're going to call a foul on Weld Central. And that will be on Maniscalco. That's only his first. 3 team fouls lob into Schneider. His shot up but no good. Looked like he's fouled, and coach is letting the refs have a earful. Now blocks him into the lane. His way up to good. So now Fort Morgan with the ball in their end of the court. T.J. Bauer. Hit ball is knocked away from Bauer. Now it's taken away. It's going to be Blackston gets it underneath, and that is up and good by Manicalco. So Fort Morgan down 30-28. Tate Kimball gets it underneath, but it's going to be taken away. So now talking here about what the score is actually at. I think it should be. We had 24-23 at halftime, and we have it should be 32. That should be correct, I believe. But it should be only 26, I believe, for Fort Morgan. It should be 26 for the Mustangs. I think they've got too many from what we have. So Eric Kimball gets tripped. That's going to be a foul on Blackston. So that will be 3 on Brandon Blackston. But I think they've got the score wrong. I think it should be Fort Morgan 26, but Austin Bull into the game. Brandon Blackston comes out. So Bauer looks to get the ball in. Gets it into Schneider. Schneider over to Tate Kimball. Kimball back to Bauer. Left wing. Now back out front to Kimball. Right wing to T.J. Bauer for a 3 from the left corner. No good. Oh, rebounded by Weimer, but then thrown away. T.J. cut to the baseline, and he wasn't there to get the ball. Eric Kimball into the game for the Mustangs. Tony Swetzik getting ready to check back in. Ball across half court. Now out to Bull. Into Maniscalco, and he is going to be fouled underneath. Maniscalco is a big boy. He's 6'5". He's going to end up going to the line to shoot 2. And that is going to be on Schneider. That is going to be 4 on Mr. Schneider right now. Maniscalco to go to the line to shoot 2. First one is up and no good. So Wes Anderson and Tony Swetzik come in. Henry Weimer and Joey Schneider come out. They have it 32-28, and I believe it should be 26. We'll see if they ever get that straightened out. So Manus' next shot is no good. Rebounded by Anderson. Now they're not calling anything on Weld Central. Now they call the travel. They don't call the foul when they take the ball away, but they'll call it travel. Coach Enrine's having a chat with the ref about that. Tony Swetzik gets the ball up court to Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball now for a 2 just inside. He can't hit a shot now. Oh, Tate Kimball gets the ball back for the Mustangs. Tony Swetzik with a shot up and good for Tony. So 7 points on the night for Tony. 32-30, according to the time clock. Now the hit back to Manicalco, right through the hands of Eric Kimball. Now Fort Morgan to work it around, get it to Anderson to Swetzik. Swetzik, another turnover. Underneath, 2:19 to go. Fort Morgan down 34-30. Bull with the ball. They're going to call him for a travel. So Fort Morgan to take control here, get the ball in. Tate Kimball gets the ball across half court. Now to Wes Anderson. Anderson to Tate. Back to Anderson. Bauer. Bauer underneath to Eric Kimball, but that ball is going to go off his hands and out of bounds. So way too many turnovers here so far for the Fort Morgan Mustangs in this third period. Still 34-30 with 1:59. So Fort Morgan's going to have to slow down and get their game going here. So Lang with the ball. Now to Bull. Bull from the free throw line. His shot is going to be up and good. So 8 points on the night for Bull. Bauer with a little shot from the left baseline is up and good for TJ. 36-32. Oh, so almost stolen by Eric Kimball on the far side. Knocked out of bounds, though. So Weld Central to inbounds far side, mid-court, mid-front court. They do get it in. That will be to Troop. Troop to Manikowsko, and he's going to be shooting a long two, I believe. Rebounded by Tate Kimball. Nice rebound there by Kimball. Long three by Swetzik goes down. Fort Morgan down one, 36-35 with just over a minute to go here in the third period. So Weld Central now working the ball around. Troop tries to drive it down. He kicks it back out to Bull. His shot is good. So 10 points on the night here for Troop. Now a two for Tony Swetzik. Only down, Fort Morgan now up one, 37-36. Down to 24 seconds to go in the third period. They're going to call a double dribble on Weld Central. So for Weld Central, Galligan comes in and Quinn comes in. Maniscalco and Lang come out. That way I think we have the score is at 38-37 in favor of Weld Central. Ball was knocked out of bounds by Troop of Weld Central. So Fort Morgan inbounds left of their basket with 15 seconds to go. Swetzik gets it into Kimball. Kimball to Swetzik. Swetzik to Anderson. 7 seconds. Ball to Anderson with three. Now to Swetzik. Swetzik for a three. A long three is up and no good. So at the end of the third period, the scoreboard reads 38-37 in favor of the Weld Central Rebels on B106 and B106.com. Back at Weld Central High School, this is Brian Nickel and Claudia Nickel, where the Fort Morgan Mustangs find themselves down 38-37. So Tate Kimball, Eric Kimball, Wes Anderson, TJ Bauer, and Tony Swetzik into the game for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. So Tate Kimball with the ball across half court. Eric Kimball now to Tate from three from the corner is up and no good. Rebounded to Wes Anderson. His shot is up and over the basket, no good. Rebounded to Weld Central. And as Blackston was going out of bounds, he bounced it off of Wes Anderson. So Weld Central to retain the ball here, up by one. And they're still slipping on this end of the court. Little jumper from the right side is no good. Ball knocked out of bounds by Weld Central. So Fort Morgan to take the ball. Tate Kimball brings it up across half court. Tate gets it to Bauer. Bauer to Wes Anderson. Now underneath to Eric Kimball, and his shot is blocked by Blackston. And Blackston dribbling around. He takes the ball, gives it off to Quinn, and on the rebound, and the shot on the rebound. That is going to be a foul on Anderson. Yes, that'll be his fourth. And to the line will be Troop to shoot two. His first shot is no good. So Henry Weimer to check in. Wes Anderson come out. So Troop with the second shot here. The first one was very ugly, and that one goes right through the bottom of the net. So Fort Morgan down 2, 39-37. Tony Swetzik for a deep three, up and off the rim and no good. But rebounded to Blackston. Blackston drives it all the way to the baseline. He tries to drive it to get a foul, but Fort Morgan comes away with it. Now they're going to have what do they call it, travel on TJ Bauer. So turnover by the Mustangs. Still down 39-37. Fort Morgan needs to buckle down here. Weld Central gets the ball in to Pippin. Pippin being guarded by Tate Kimball on the right wing. Now tries to get it to Blackston. Does not do it. From the free throw line, shot up and good, and that is by Galligan. So 9 points on the night for Galligan. So Tate Kimball brings the ball up court. Kimball to Swetzik. Swetzik for a three from deep, and that is good for Swetzik. That's 3 threes on the night for Tony. Fort Morgan down 41-40. So Blackston into the lane. Cross court now to Pippin. Pippin right baseline. Gets it back out to Blackston. Blackston over to Troop. Troop to Pippin. Now out to Quinn around the outside perimeter here. Now Blackston tries to drive it down. His shot is up and no good. Rebounded to Galligan. It was off of Henry. So Henry Weimer comes out. Joey Schneider into the game for the Mustangs. Fort Morgan still down 41-40 with 5:44 to go. Weld Central gets the ball in along the right baseline. Tony Swetzik tries to double him, trap him in the corner, but Weld Central is going to call a timeout to get out of the corner. So it's going to be a 30-second timeout for Weld Central. So Valley View Villa will look to the team at Aspen Rehabilitation inside Valley View Villa for your sports rehab, short-term or long-term care needs. Stop by 815 Fremont or call them today, 867-8261. B&B Appliance carries a full line of in-stock and ready-to-be delivered Whirlpool appliances. With the world moving towards more green energy, it's time for you to recycle the old and get in with the new. New appliances, that is, at B&B Appliance. Ackley Building Center, your one-stop center for home improvement projects. Ackley Building Center, located at 1402 Mill Street in Brush, is your one-stop shop for flooring, paint, tools, appliances, and more. So Fort Morgan down 41-40 here midway through the fourth period. They need to get the clock back up. Having a time here with the clock. We've got to let it run down. It's going to be 13 seconds here now to get the clock straightened out. 5 team fouls on the Mustangs, 3 on Weld Central here in the second half. 5:25 to go here, not quite halfway through the fourth period. Looking to get it in. Blackston gets it in, and now over to Quinn. Quinn back to Blackston. Blackston for a straightaway three, up and no good. Rebounded to Eric Kimball. And they don't call it. They reach around and knock the ball out of his hand. They don't call anything. It's off of Pippin, so Fort Morgan to inbounds the ball. Let's get it into Tony Swetzik. Swetzik at the three-point line. Gets it underneath to Eric Kimball. Back out to Schneider, over to Tate. With 5 minutes to go in the fourth period. Bauer with a long shot from the left side, no good. Rebounded to Weld Central. Still 41-40. Rebounded taken away momentarily by Bauer. But the shot is up and no good by Galligan. And finally off of Weld Central and out of bounds. Now Fort Morgan Good possession. We're getting some substitutions in here for Weld Central. We have Eric Kimball, Joey Schneider, TJ Bauer, Tate Kimball, and Tony Swetzik into the game for the Mustangs. Tony Swetzik being guarded by Manikowsko. Left corner. Now we're going to call a travel on Joey Schneider. So Blackston inbounds far into the court to Bull. 4:30 to go here in the fourth period. Arnouche with it back to Blackston. They're going to try to get it under Manikowsko, and they do. Shot up and good by Manikowsko. That's tough to defend. So Mustangs down 43-40. Now Bauer out on the right wing. Back to Swetzik. Swetzik. Now Eric Kimball from the right side, up and no good. Rebounded to Weld Central. Fort Morgan not getting in boards. Shot up and no good by Blackston. Finally taken down by Joey Schneider. Eric Kimball now into the lane. This shot is going to be up and no good. They're going to call a foul on number 5. I believe that is Bull. That will be 3 on Bull. So Eric Kimball will go to the line to shoot 2. His first shot is up and rolls in and good. So second shot coming up here for Eric. Second shot is off the front of the rim and no good. But rebounded finally to Weld Central. Taken away though by Eric Kimball in the backcourt. Now Joey Schneider gets it to Tate. Tate to Eric for a 3. Up and no good. Rebounded to Manikowsko. 43-41 in favor of Weld Central. So Bull gets the ball across half court, being guarded by Tate, gets it to Blackston. Blackston to the free throw line. Finally taken out of bounds. They said it was tipped by Fort Morgan. So the ball will stay with Weld Central. P.J. Bauer comes out. Les Anderson comes in. Anderson with 4 fouls. Schneider with 4 fouls. Eric Kimball with 3. With 3:10 to go. Blackston with the ball. Right elbow. Now dribbles to the top of the key. Passes back out to Bull. Bull for a long 3, and that is no good. They're going to call a foul on Tate Kimball. That will be 2, but it was before the shot, so Weld Central will take the ball out left of their basket with 3:02 to go. Weld Central up 43-41. And now to Bull down the lane. His shot is up and no good, but taken back by Blackston. Blackston's shot bounces around and goes out. Finally rebounded. They're going to call a jump ball. And I'm not sure. And possession goes to Weld Central. So 2:49 to go in the fourth period. Manikowsko gets the ball in. Now Troop with it. Now back to Bull. Now to Troop. Or Arnish, excuse me. Pass to. Shot is off the backboard by Blackston. Now taken by Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball, Tate Kimball. Tate Kimball goes up for a shot, but there is going to be a foul. So we'll see if Tate Kimball. That's on number 5 on Bull, so that is 4 on him. So actually, it was Wes Anderson that was fouled under there, so the Fort Morgan Mustangs need to take advantage of these free throws. With 2:28 to go, Wes Anderson's first one is up and no good. So Wes Anderson will have a shot here to make another one. That one is up and good. So Fort Morgan to take a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout taken by the Fort Morgan Mustang. This Fort Morgan timeout is brought to you by Early Toyota East. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Early Toyota East at 1209 Main Street in Fort Morgan will professionally fit you into the car or truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Early Toyota East. So for the Fort Morgan Mustangs here, as far as free throw percentages go, we have, as far as anybody that's in the game, Eric Kimball is at 70%, Wes Anderson is at 71%, Tate Kimball is at 69%, Tony Swetzik is at 71%. So most of them are at a decent percentage here. They just need to keep that percentage up. So Fort Morgan now, Weld Central, the ball in. And they're still discussing something here at the table here. They're still, I don't know if they're still discussing who has fouls or points, or I'm not sure I know they were off 2 points there at one time, and I don't know if that has been, I don't know if that's their confusion now or what the refs here are trying to look at. So as far as I'm concerned, I think our book's all right. So it wouldn't surprise, I don't know if they will change this from 43 to 40. I don't know what they're leaving it at 43, 42 with 2:25 to go here in the fourth period. Weld Central leading. Weld Central with the ball. Fort Morgan with some full court pressure here now. So now Bull with the ball gets it across half court, 2:18. Now over to Pippin. Back out to Blackston. Blackston walks down the lane. They get that turnover there. So advantage of this turnover and put some points on the board. Down 43-42. .208 in the game. Tony Swetzik out high over to Wes Anderson. Anderson to Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball out high. He drives over to the right elbow. Out of bounds off of Weld Central. So Fort Morgan inbounds right of their basket with 1:55 to go. Coach Unrein signaling in a play that he'd like them to run. Tony Swetzik looks to get it in. Looks. Oh, gets it in. Tate Kimball finally gets it. Eric Kimball straight away three. It's up and good. Eric Kimball with a big three. And now Fort Morgan with some backcourt pressure. Now Blackston drives it down the lane. This shot is going to be up and good by Blackston. And they're going to call Joey Schneider, I believe, for the foul. And if that's it, he is going to be gone. We'll see it. Oh, they're going to call it on Anderson. So Anderson will be out. I thought Joey Schneider was there, but they're calling it on Anderson. I thought it was on Joey Schneider, but better discuss who that is on. That's what I thought. It's going to go on Joey Schneider. So Schneider will be gone. From the game with 1:40 to go, all tied up here at 45. So Anderson's still in the game with 4. So Blackston to shoot a free throw here for Weld Central. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded to Wes Anderson. The time for the Mustangs here to take the lead. Eric Kimball drives it in for a two-pointer. Up and good by Eric Kimball. Coming through big here in the final minutes here. Fort Morgan with some pressure. Shot is going to be offensive foul. Oh, big foul called against Weld Central. That is going to go against Austin Bull, and that will be 5 on him. So Austin Bull should be out. We'll see. They don't show that it is, but I have 5 on Bull. If that's who it was on. We're going to have a full timeout, so we're going to take a full timeout with him here on B106 and B106.com. Back at Weld Central High School, Fort Morgan Mustangs lead 47-45. With Fort Morgan to inbound, having a tough time. They do get it into Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson gets it down court to TJ Bauer. So Bauer out to Tony Swetzik. Swetzik drives down the left side. He's going to kick it back out to Anderson. Anderson to Eric Kimball. They're going to make him foul him. There's about 1:05 to go. So Tate Kimball to Bauer. Bauer back out to Kimball. Kimball keeps the ball alive, gets it back out to Anderson. Anderson to Kimball. We're at 50 seconds. Ball taken away by the kicked out of bounds by Tate Kimball, but it was taken away initially by Weld Central. So we have 46.6 seconds to go. Weld Central inbounds to the right of their basket. They're going to try to get it into Blackston. It is up and good for Blackston. So that ties it at 47. So we're down to 38 seconds and counting, all tied up here at 47. They're going to call a foul on Weld Central. That's going to go against Manikowski, I believe. Let's see who the foul goes against. 44, that will be Manikowski. That's only his second. So Eric Kimball to go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. So big free throws here for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Eric Kimball was big Tuesday night with the free throws. That shot is up and good. So that will earn him one more. Fort Morgan up 48-47. Eric Kimball is shot number 2, also up good. So we have a timeout here. Taken by, we have a full timeout here, so we're going to take a full timeout with him. 49-47 Fort Morgan on B106 and B106.com. Back at Weld Central High School, Fort Morgan Mustangs up 49-47 with 32.4 seconds to go. Weld Central 2 inbounds from the far end of the court. Fort Morgan to put on some full court pressure. We get the ball into Blackston. Blackston being guarded by Eric Kimball. Blackston keeps the dribble alive. Now back out to Bull. Bull back to Blackston. Blackston keeps the dribble alive. Now a 3 from the right side is up and no good. Rebounded by Fort Morgan. They're going to be a foul underneath. TJ Bauer comes down with the rebound. 13.8 seconds to go. So TJ here with some big free throws here. TJ Bauer, 50%, only 3 of 6. From the line, 13.8 seconds to go. Fort Morgan up 49-47. We have a full timeout here, so we're going to take one with him on B106 and B106.com. Back at Weld Central High School, Fort Morgan Mustangs lead 49-47. TJ Bauer to go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. So he's 3 of 6 so far. So big shot here for TJ. Make this a 3-point game. So first shot up and no good. Rebounded to Weld Central by Galligan. So Quinn down the line. You got 5 seconds. Manikowski was trying to go up and was going to be fouled on the shot, but it didn't go in. So Manikowski will go to the line to shoot 2. So we'll see what we'll call that on. Didn't see who that foul was on. I believe it was on TJ Bauer, I believe. That would be his first. So And we're down to 1.7 seconds here to go in the game. Fort Morgan leading 49-47. Ackley Building Center, your one-stop center for home improvement projects. Ackley Building Center, located at 1400 Mill Street in Brush, is your one-stop shop for flooring, paint, tools, appliances, and more. Stubbs Gas and Oil. If you're tired of the same old lunch and dinner menu, switch it up and pick up something new from the hot and cold deli selection at Stubbs Gas and Oil. Find great food at low prices at Stubbs Gas and Oil in Wiggins. Central Auto Parts. You want your vehicle and farm equipment to be in top shape, so make sure you take care of them. Purchase the best quality parts and accessories at great prices at your local Napa store. Central Auto Parts in Fort Morgan. So 2 shots here for Maniscalco for Weld Central with 1.7 seconds to go. Morgan leading 49-47. The first one is no good. And now we're going to see what Weld Central will call a timeout now. So they're going to try and miss this next free throw intentionally, so they can try to get a rebound. We're going to take a timeout here with them on B106 and B106.com. Okay, Maniscalco with the line. I'm sure they're going to try and miss this. And they do, and the ball is out of bounds with only 1.1 second left. They're saying it's Fort Morgan basketball. So Wes Anderson needs to get it in. Gets it into Tony Swetzik. There's like 0.2 seconds now for Tony Swetzik to go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. The coach for Weld Central was a little upset. He must have thought it was off of Fort Morgan. So Tony Swetzik to go to the line for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. First one is good by Tony. So he earns another one. Tony is 71% from the free throw line. Next one is also good. 4-point lead for the Mustangs. Will come away with a win here, 51-47, and they can't get the shot off. The Fort Morgan Mustangs on a hard-fought battle, where the Weld Central Rebels win this one, 51-47. We'll be back with the post-game show on B106 and B106.com. Back at Weld Central High School, this Mustang post-game show is brought to you by Buildings by Design. Knowing who you can trust to do a good job is a tough part nowadays, but when you hire Buildings by Design, you can trust you'll get the building you want, when you want it, and at the quality you deserve. Start your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. So a tough-fought battle here by the Mustangs and Weld Central Rebels. The final score on the scoreboard shows Fort Morgan winning 51-47. My totals come up 49-47 for Fort Morgan, but either way they come out with a win. For Weld Central Rebels, scoring for them was Bull with 8, Blackston with 12, Pippin with 2, Troop with 3, Zippelman with 1, Galligan with 9, and Maniscalco with 12. For the Fort Morgan Mustangs, TJ Bauer with 5, Tony Swetzik with 17, Tate Kimball with 8, Joey Schneider with 4, Wes Anderson with 5, and Eric Kimball with 10. As far as free throws, the Fort Morgan Mustangs were 10 of 15 for 66%. Some big free throws right at the end of the game there by Tony. He hit 2. Tate Kimball. Let's see who else was there. Anderson hit 1 of 1. For the Weld Central Rebels, they were 10 of 24 for only 41%. So Fort Morgan doing what they needed to at the line of scrimmage, or at the free throw line. So we'll go ahead and wrap up this part. Oh, we got some turnovers here. We had, for the turnovers for the game, looked like Fort Morgan 14 and Weld Central with 13. Rebounds were Mustangs 11 and Weld Central with 9. So we're going to take another short break here, and then we will be back with the start of the Fort Morgan girls basketball game with the Weld Central Lady Rebels. You're listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball on B106 and B106.com.